Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good morning and happy Saturday to you. The market is doing what the market does. Wow, Bitcoin hit some new all-time highs. That is very, very interesting. And the market is responding as well. Some green looks like it perhaps will be a green stream. What's going on with Michael Barr? Dude did not, he got blocked. So his consideration for the OCC, your former Ripple advisor, Michael Barr, his nomination for the OCC is over. It's done. Apparently, the dude was apparently too pro crypto, according to the article that I'm going to go over. Interesting stuff. Hey, baby. Interesting stuff. Wow. I watched an interview earlier today with Eric Voorhees, you know, one of the original Bitcoin OGs, if you will, with Real Vision, Raul Paul from Real Vision Crypto. Absolutely interesting. A great conversation, I think. Chrissy Fowles, what's going on? What's going on, my friends? First like, I love it. Good morning. Good morning to you. So what is the deal with that? Michael Barr not getting the nod in the for that OCC position. Wow. Liberal. Okay, I'm just going to read the article because I don't want to get political, but I am going to go over that article. Interesting stuff. Bitcoin at the new all-time highs is cool, but I was really fascinated to hear how someone who was a Bitcoin maxi, if you will, and Eric Voorhees really changed his tune and realized how it was damaging to think that way, and how it was you know, more important to understand the entire asset space and not be a Bitcoin maxi. We're going to listen to a little bit of that as well. Mario, good morning to you, my friend. Kenny P, good morning, bro. Good to see you. Keyless is here as always. Welcome and good morning, Keyless. Appreciate you. Crypto_JS is in the building. As always, San Antonio is here. It's good to see you guys this morning. 23 people here. Let's make sure you smash that like on the way in if you haven't done so already. Yeah, that's some fascinating stuff right there. Michael Barr. Yeah, we were all excited if we could get someone, a former Ripple advisor, if we could get someone like that. Which one am I? Always, San Antonio is here. If we could get someone in that position at the OCC, that would be huge. Interesting. Did you guys hear that? Did he got his nomination got blocked? What's going on, Klaus? Klaus, good to see you. Did you guys know about that? His nomination got blocked. Yep, I sure did. I saw it when I came in here earlier too. Good morning, Auntie Val, checking in from Fort Lauderdale, and then Lauderdale. Johnny Stachino is checking in from Norway. Good to see you, my friend. Appreciate you being here. What time is it in Norway, Johnny? Wow, all the way from Norway. Appreciate you checking in. So did you guys hear that? Yeah, I didn't get the nod. That is some interesting stuff. BC Backers got a video out. I didn't check it out, but I guess with Bitcoin getting up there the way that it did, BC Backer did a video. So let me see what we got going on here. 60,177 new all-time high was hit sometime. I don't know if it was early this morning. Wow, very interesting. XRP is almost 46 cents. Ethereum's at $1,881. And my guy said if Bitcoin got above 57, it was on his way to 61 something. And I don't know if it didn't quite get there yet, but he did say it was going to get to 61.3, I believe. Nice. Yeah, 61.3. So there, Cardano's at $1.13. Binance coin is just out of control. $276. Polkadot's at $37. XRP is 45 cents, 45.8 cents. Uni's at $32.51. Litecoin's at $226. Chainlink's at $30. Bitcoin Cash at $587, and Stellar Lumen's at 40.8 cents. So, you know, there it is. There it is. Hopefully, let me see what's going on with some other things here. So I hope you guys are in a position to maybe perhaps take profits. I don't know, or just you're in a position to let your winners ride, if you will, and kind of see how that is going on. Shout out again to those who hold Polygon. Anchor is at almost at its all-time high as well. So interesting stuff. Interesting stuff, to say the least. So did you guys get that word, Siege? Did you see what happened to Anchor? Yeah, I saw that, Keyless. Yeah, I mean, it was 7 cents yesterday, wasn't it? So that's exciting. That is exciting. Wi-Fi, what's good, legends? Great catch this stream. That's right. What's going on, Wi-Fi? Good to see you. Trevor LeConte, good morning. Siege and fam just bought more XRP. Nice. Congrats. Congrats, my friend. Congrats. Greenman goodies. It's been coiling up for a bit. Yeah. XRP Paul, what's going on, my friend? You're checking in from San Antonio also. Nice. Good morning, Siege from San Antonio. So crypto_JS is from San Antonio, and XRP Paul checking in from San Antonio as well. 1613, 4:13 in the morning, in the afternoon, says Johnny Statino and Nori. Like it. Nice. Oh, cool. Now, you said you sent me a PDF, crypto_JS? And how did you send that to me, friend? Did you email that to me? Please remind me. Kinston Sinclair says, rise and shine. So, guys, did you hear about Michael Barr's nomination getting blocked? We're going to cover that. Yeah. Keela says, yes, Anchor shot up yesterday, and I was at 651%. Now I'm down to 500% up. Look, I like it. I know, OMG, yeah. I hear you. We got into Anchor at 0.008 cents. And so, yeah, it was really, it's nice to see. We took profits all the way up, and now we're just going to let it ride. Legendary is in the building. How are you, my friend? I'm going to let it ride off into the sunset. All house money at this point. Indeed. That's what I'm saying, Legendary. That's what I'm saying. Only money I haven't taken out is XRP. It used to be XRP and VeChain, but it's just XRP now. Yes, I sent the PDF to Proton. Okay, cool. And you replied back. Awesome. So you liked using that PDF to talk to your friends, huh? I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna revisit that. I think what I'll do perhaps is maybe use that in more videos when I'm just doing straight videos for Celsius. Miss Crypto Siege reminded me I needed to do just straight videos for Celsius. Yeah, I used to I used to do XRP daily news from from around 0 to 10 minutes. Yeah, I maybe do a little bit more of those. What's going on, Johannes Ellis? How are you? Watching in Kuwait. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings to you, my friend. Be safe out there. So, yeah, so that's the word on the street. Michael Barr he got blocked for that OCC gig. That would have been nice to have him there as the head of the OCC. Mary K. Smith, how are you? And good morning. Welcome to the channel, Mary. I don't think I've seen you here. Well, there's currently a Ripple versus the SEC lawsuit, or SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, if you definitely subscribe to the channel and welcome. But that's the reason why a lot of the exchanges in the U.S. got kind of hesitant about whether or not they should be listing it. So they started delisting XRP because of the lawsuit in question, which is saying that Ripple sold XRP as a security. But that is the reason, Mary. Where are you checking in from? Love it when the ladies of crypto check in. Yeah, I like that crypto underscore JS. That's a great idea. That is absolutely a great idea. Is South Africa, Duncan Leroy? That's what's behind me. Mad Hatter Productions, how are you? And good morning. Prapi Pundi, Seller, is that the Seller Network for the win? Good morning. Good morning. You're welcome, Mary. Mary's checking in from Iowa. Love it. Love it. How long you been in the digital asset space, Mary? We need more ladies in crypto, for sure. We definitely, so guys, do me a favor. It's over 80 people here and only 29 likes. Please do me a favor and collapse the chat and go smash the like button. Let's let YouTube know to get this channel out to more people who aren't in the digital asset space yet, who don't know and understand that this is their opportunity to win. This is where they can win. It's not in Wall Street. It's not on the crypto. It's not on NASDAQ and in the stock market. It's right here. And we got to let them know why, because we want to create a new 1%, Mary. We want to create a new 1%. The digital asset space allows you and I to participate on a level playing field, right? We don't have to apply. We don't have to be necessarily an accredited investor in most cases. We don't have to sit on one end of the desk while someone else on the other end of the desk determines whether or not we're deserving to own a particular asset, right? The bank teller can go out and get just as much Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP as the VC person, as the accredited investor, right? But they don't know. So a way that we can let them know that they can participate in a level playing field to perhaps create wealth and perhaps generational wealth is just by smashing that like, getting this channel out to more people so that we can welcome them into this space for sure. Tyson Bailey, good morning to you. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Mary Kay Smith says, love to learn more about crypto. Very nice. I love it. Absolutely. And after you smash the subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell so that you know when we go live, Mary. Kurt Elliott, good morning. What's going on, Kurt? Good to see you, my friend. Hi, Crypto C, says Khalid Garnett. Hi to you. Coffee needed, says the Mad Hatter Production. Yeah, I hear you. So yeah, so I'm going to go over this article because I found it last minute, last second. Michael Barr did not get the nomination. He didn't get the to move forward. Yeah, they blocked it. Wow, that's interesting. So let's see here. This is from modernconsensus.com. Yeah, interesting. So Obama Treasury official Michael Barr will not be comptroller of the currency. Ripple's advisor, Crypto Connections, former Ripple advisors, Crypto Connections, kill appointment as banking regulator. The former Ripple advisory board member, Michael Barr, was too moderate and pro-crypto for progressives who blocked his nomination as comptroller of the currency. I'm just quoting from the article here, as Jungle League likes to say. Michael Barr is no longer under consideration to take over Brian Brooks' role as the U.S. Treasury Department's comptroller of the currency. Barr faced a torrent of opposition from liberal Democrats, Bloomberg reported this week. Or maybe I missed this. Maybe this came out earlier and I never saw it. His work for cryptocurrency companies was part of his undoing. The New York Times added the same day. Interesting. So Bloomberg says You know, he got major opposition from the liberal Democrats. New York Times is saying that his work with cryptocurrencies was part of his undoing. So his former gigs, right? And obviously, ripples. Obviously, I would think. All right. So an Obama-era Treasury official, Barr, was opposed by progressives who see him as too moderate and are wary of his work for cryptocurrency companies. The Times Dealbook column said, as a former member of International Payments Processor Ripple Advisory Board, was part of a trio of, Barr was part of a trio of crypto-connected financial regulators nominated under consideration by the administration of President Joe Biden. Former MIT digital asset and blockchain professor Gary Gensler is in the process of being confirmed as chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, while DC FinTech Week conference head Chris Brummer is said to be the choice to lead the CFTC. So the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, which oversees the nation's largest banks, including Citi and JP Morgan, came to prominence in the cryptocurrency industry when Brooks stepped down as general counsel. Okay, I don't want to read that. So that's not any good. He is dean of the Gerald School as well as professor at law school. He co-founded the school's International Transaction Clinic. Barr helped write the 2010 Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act, which enacted strong reforms of financial regs in the wake of the 2008-2009 crisis. So, yeah, so he didn't get the nod. Interesting. That's the word. I know a lot of us in the XRP community were excited to see that he got the nomination and that he would be looked to be considered, but it is off the table now, guys. It is off the table. I do think these other articles here, Bloomberg and the Times Dealbook column, the New York Times, their take on it obviously is kind of their take. But what do you guys think about that? You know, and obviously pro crypto person, right? Didn't get the blessing for the OCC. Interesting. I wonder what happened there. I wonder what happened there. Dan Rob 91, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Crypto Siege, my dude, what's going on in Japan in the house? Japan in the house. FR hits. Oh, you're saying FLR? Okay, I think that's what you mean. Spark hits $1.25. It's gonna boom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just think about that. A Spark IOU is something. A Spark is something right now. What's going on? I bought Charlie's bag. So what do you guys think about that? That's right. The big banks are fighting back. They couldn't stop Gensler. That's what I think too, Dan Rob. That's what I think too. And again, it's the same people and who decide whether the dude gets the blessing or not, right? It's same Congress or whatever. How is it that Gensler, you know, looks like to be moving forward and is such a block here for Michael Barr? And I do think it has something to do with his connections with Ripple personally. I really do. I can't, you know, I think so, but I can't, you know, confirm nor deny, but I think so. I do Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi says, do you think it's because he's pro crypto? Yeah, absolutely. I do. Brian Brooks kind of, I don't know if he snuck in under the radar. I don't know, current, under the former administration. That's how Bam Bam, I agree. I agree with you. Bam Bam says, I think his Ripple connection played a part in that. Yeah, I really do. Look, we can't forget the world in what we live in which we live. We can't forget it. And say what you will about how it operates, right? But there's a reason for PACs, PACs. There's a reason for lobbyist groups. There's a reason, and interesting. Yep. Dan Robb says Gensler was a shoo-in, but they are going to try and cut him off at the knees. Yeah, it's a big time war for sure that's taking place, and I think people need to be really really aware of it and understand what ultimately is going on. This choice of a monetary system where we get to choose versus one that is thrust upon us. We really want to get that bigger picture for sure. That's right. We are in a war for the future of finance, Dan Robb says. You're exactly right, bro. Abel, what's going on, my friend? Hi, Siege. How will you play out the bear market? I'm thinking of like the bear market summer, right? It's not the full-on bear market. I'm thinking of taking most of my current profits and converting it into XRP and then participating in the Flare network. Yeah, well, I'm going to do something somewhat similar to that. Abel, we're going to do something like that because we want to participate heavily in Flare networks and somewhat in Flare finances, not too much, but yeah, that we have pretty much the same strategies. We're thinking along those same lines, right? Because if we have this quote unquote bear market summer, right? Flare networks will be launching just about the time we start to go into that bear market, right? So they're saying May or June. I would suspect it was going to be June. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing, something very similar to that, Abel. Wi-Fi, very interesting. Awareness is key to what's happening moving forward for our celebrities. Indeed it is. Mark DXB, good. Siege, good evening from Dubai. Nice. How you like out there in Dubai, Mark? That's right, Kyle T. Morris. A great point, man. Great point, my friend. No one goes easy into the night. They will fight and fight any way they can to keep us down, right? It's just a big part about the control, right? Ultimately, that's what it's about. That's ultimately what's it about, right? So did I miss anybody else come checking in? My hero is here. How are you, my friend? What's up with you, bro? You can buy XRP in the US, go to Uphold or BitTrue. Legendary, that is correct. And thank you for reminding me that, Mary Kay. The exchange Uphold and BitTrue, you can trade on BitTrue, right? Um, I really like BitTrue. I've been using it more and more lately. A little bit kind of too many challenges, if you will, on Uphold. But I think you just kind of you get your stuff on Binance US. You get your Tether, you get your Bitcoin, you get your Ethereum, whichever one you want to use, Bitcoin or Tether. Then you deposit that onto BitTrue, and then you can make that trade and purchase it that way, right? So Chrissy Fowl says during the next bear market, which is kind of like You know, the first one I believe we're going to get is this summer bear market, right? June, July, August, something like that. July, August, maybe. During the next bear market, I'm moving my assets to Celsius and just getting that interest until it's time for the bulls to run again. Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. And ultimately, you know, we're just keeping our stuff, you know, on Celsius, right? And taking advantage of what's going on there. You know, there's always the certain part that we just keep on the cold wallets, right? And just let them hang out there. But the ones that we will look to trade and look to leverage the Celsius platform as well. Kyle says, I got into crypto in late December. I've been learning as much as I can, as fast as I can. Siege, you have been a very good source of information and perspective for me. Well, thank you, my friend. And welcome to the digital asset space, bro. I'm loading bags as fast as possible. I hear you. Yeah, so just past December, right? So you're, you know, a lot of people's journey is still in the accumulation phase, right? So, you know, a lot of us have been accumulating for years, right? Because we had a 3-year bear market. So this is a great time, you know, to, you know, learn, especially learn, and perhaps just dollar cost average in, right? Because we're, you know, we're right on the tip. We're in a bull market, but we're right on the tip of an alt bull run, right? And so dollar cost averaging in might be an idea or strategy in, or saving some of that cold, dirty, nasty fiat until the summer bear. Maybe prices will be a little bit better then, maybe, right? Yeah, yeah, exactly, Chrissy Faust. That's exactly right. I'm not a big fan of having all of my thing on any one thing, right? So even with our cold wallet storage, we separated those between 3 cold wallets, right? So we're not a fan of having 100% of our stuff on any platform, right? 100% of the stock market, not just on one platform, right? 100% of the gold that we get, we don't even get that from one place, right? So we're just a big proponent of kind of divvying it up. So guys, let me go over this other thing that I wanted to share with you guys. Auntie Val, I know. Auntie Val said, good morning, Jackie 33. All the ladies of crypto are checking in this morning. Flare Network has thrown a monkey wrench in my XRP Celsius strategy. It really has. Celsius is going to have to pivot. They're going to have to figure out something how to leverage that Flare network. And oh, by the way, 3 new exchanges available for you guys to get some of that Cell token. It starts next Thursday and Friday, or this Thursday and Friday. It starts Bittrex Global, Bitfinex, and Liquid. Although it's already been on Liquid, but they got a new partnership and kind of really change the fees and stuff like that. So yeah, easier ways to get some of the Cell tokens. So that's great to see. I want to share something with you guys that I think is really, really important. Raul Paul from Real Vision and Real Vision Crypto. Oh, that's what is going on there. I'm sorry, I forgot to change that. I'm talking this whole time. The share thing was on. Yeah, so nothing. You didn't miss anything, Jackie 33. What did I miss about Celsius and Flare? Nothing. It's just that people are realizing with the launch, with the oncoming launch of the Flare network, people kind of freaking, you know, they got to change their strategy a little bit in terms of leveraging the Celsius platform, because the Flare network is really going to be providing what's looking like some fantastic yield on your XRP, FXRP, your Spark tokens. Yeah. Yeah. So very, very interesting. What's going on, Will Angler? Good to see you. And Aaron Go Brog is here. Yes, there's a bunch of VeChain holders here for sure. Good to see you. Thanks for checking in, guys. Do me a favor, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on the way in. I wanted to share this parts of this interview with you guys, just to kind of bring home a point that I think is important. Eric Voorhees. Now, this dude is talking about a Bitcoin OG. He's right in that same camp with Charlie Shrem and Roger Ver from early days of Bitcoin. Let's listen to a couple of things he says about BTC maxis and some other stuff.
Drives me crazy.
Well, yeah,
nice. So that's where the idea for Shapeshift came from.
I mean, this Bitcoin maximalism thing is really prevalent right now. I mean, you see it a lot on Twitter. I see it a lot on Twitter. Why?
Drives me crazy.
Well, yeah, me too. But why do you think it is? I've got my own thoughts on it, but I'd love to hear why you think it's so strong.
I think the fundamental reason is that there's a very human tendency toward tribalism. Like, humans evolved in these small tribes. There's a lot of survival reasons why people have affection and trust for those around them, and fear for those who are not part of their tribe. Like, that's ingrained into our minds. And it expresses itself, I think, in a lot of ways, from people who are vehement sports fans, right? And they love their team and they hate every other team, to people who love their political party and hate every other political party. And it has emerged in crypto, right? And you have all these different crypto projects. You can understand why someone who owns and loves Bitcoin would look at these other projects as competition, or just dismiss them as scams or as a distraction. And so they fall into this kind of perpetuating spell of needing to justify why Bitcoin is better than anything else and why those things are always bad. And I think it's very poisonous. It leads to whatever facts they learn about or whatever stories they hear, they start painting in the Bitcoin good, other coin bad narrative, right? So every time they hear something bad about Ethereum, they'll think about that, and they'll regurgitate the bad thing, and they'll recite the bad thing about Ethereum on Twitter. And every time they hear a bad thing about Bitcoin, they'll do the opposite. They'll justify it. They'll dismiss it. They'll defend it. They will come up with a long argument about why it's not actually that big of a deal. And so they'll defend their tribe and they will ridicule the other tribe. And it just is like this perpetuating phenomenon. And it sucks. It's like really a distraction.
I mean, one of the things I looked at this, and one of the things I realized is Bitcoin is the world's greatest behavioral economics experiment. So it's an incentive-based system, loosely based around Metcalfe's law, which means that basically, if you think of Metcalfe's law as applied to Facebook, the more people you get, so you get your friend on that you went to school with, your utility value from that is you get more connections with people. With Bitcoin, you get more money because it goes up.
Yeah.
Right. So that everybody is massively incentivized to think of it as their own network, and everything else therefore is a threat. You and I would come in it and say, no, the whole thing is the network.
Mm-hmm.
And so none of this is a threat. They're all complements to each other. But the really strong behavioral economics of it, if I get you to convert from Ethereum to here, then the value of my network goes up. It's kind of like genius.
Yeah, and that's what really sucks about it, because it distracts people from the important picture, right? Like,
listen to this, guys.
Make money. I've made lots of money in crypto, the vast majority from the appreciation in Bitcoin itself. That's awesome. I love that. But that's not the point. The point is not to make a bunch of money. There's a lot of ways to do that in life. The point is to actually change how money works and how finance works and how the entire global economic exchange apparatus works at a fundamental level. And anything that advances that cause should be applauded. And anything that harms that cause, I think, is fair game for ridicule. So, I see these different experiments as attempts at moving this out, right? Even if Bitcoin is the best money the world has ever seen, and I've made the argument for close to a decade, money itself is not the sum total of financial interaction. You need tooling, you need financial services, right? You need all these different things that money itself is not. And Ethereum comes along and allows people to start building some of this tooling in a decentralized way. So profoundly important, like so inspiring and magical as money doing that.
When Ethereum first came along.
Yeah, so the interesting point from, again, this is Eric Voorhees. If you ever watched a movie about Bitcoin, I don't know if it was, I forget the name of it, what that movie was. I mean, Eric Voorhees is someone who's been in this space, you know, early on, and was successful. He's the founder and creator of Shapeshift, who one time was a BTC maxi and realized that there was just a problem in that concept and adopting that as a model. But you notice that he said that it's not about making the money. It's about how about the soundness of the money. It's not about getting rich, if you will. What's going on here? It's not about getting rich, if you will, right? And that's so very, very important. And the other projects or quote unquote experiments, they bring other things. But if we don't get the overall thing about what sound money is and how we can create this ecosystem of decentralization where we can all participate without counterparty risk and without, again, a central entity thrusting upon their monetary system upon us, right? And the word that he used that I love, he said that the tribalism is distracting because it takes away from the bigger picture, right? And you remember he said, I'll remember the flaws of one technology, and every time I hear that flaw, I'll bring it up because I hold this other technology. And it distracts you from the bigger picture of money and sound money. It's not about getting rich. It's about the monetary policy that comes with the decentralization. And he said it's one whole network. And it's like we say on this channel, it's the entire digital asset space. Banking on Crypto was the documentary. Thank you, crypto_JS. Yes, Banking on Bitcoin. Free on YouTube. Good documentary, peeps. Check it out. Yeah, Banking on Bitcoin. Check it out on YouTube. Eric Voorhees was in there. Charlie Shrem was in there. Roger Ver. A lot of the Bitcoin OGs were in there in the beginning of Bitcoin. But it's so important to kind of get the bigger picture. And it took him a bit to get to it. And he admitted it, right? Because he was a BTC maxi in the beginning. And he actually owned up there that he missed out on Ethereum in the beginning because he didn't understand it. He didn't understand it. So it's important, again, guys, to get the bigger picture and to realize, the idea is not to praise your technology and demonize someone else's technology. Is to understand that the overall space is for the greater good of you and I, the average Joe and Jane in this space, who have been subjected to a failed monetary system that hasn't worked for us. That hasn't worked for us. Right? And that's the bigger picture thing, guys. That's in my humble opinion. You know what I mean? That's the bigger picture. And I think what ultimately is, you just, once you kind of get, and that's for me, once I realized that, you can make money doing, a lot of stuff. Like you can, right? But if you don't get what the big picture is and what this space brings, you'll just get rich. You'll just make money and lose the money. Right? It's about a new 1%. It's about creating people who get the bigger picture, right? It's about bringing in the unbanked and the less banked and allowing them to participate in a system that is looking out for them, right? Versus that is not, and is trying to suck every dime out of them, right? Interesting thing, Alex Mashinsky brought this up. if the bank currently is not getting charged to get money from the central banks, which they are not, why are they charging you so much interest? Think about that. And giving you so much less on your money. Like today, and it's been going on for the last maybe 18 months to 2 years, the banks are not getting charged to get money from the central banks like they were used to. So why are they charging you so much for your bank's credit card? Or why are they having to charge you all this interest, right? It's because they're not looking out for your better half. And the digital asset space represents a different way. And like he was saying, what Eric Voorhees was saying is, you know, Ethereum brought new tooling. What, in other words, it brought new ways, new tools to operate in the financial system, right? The Celsius network is a prime example of that. It's, you know, prime example of that. Prime example of that. So, and that's the thing to really, really get the bigger picture, guys. It's not about tribalism. It's not, it really isn't. It's about the bigger picture and realizes that the whole space complements one another. And we want more choices of store value. I know I keep saying that on and on and on, over and over and over again. We want more choices in terms of a store value, not less. We want more choices in terms of faster payments and transparent, not less. Because then the market will decide. The market will decide. The free market, if we have one, right, will decide where they want to go. The free market will choose which technology they want to use and what particular space they want to use it in. Payments, choose one, right? Choose one, right? We have a clear front runner, but there's going to be others. But if we have choices, that's a cool deal. Really is. So, all right, guys, listen, I wanted to share that with you guys. There's another part of it that I wanted to share with you as well. I'll share it on another stream. Celsius Network, if you're interested in the Celsius Network, there's always a link in the description of all of my videos. We use it as a sound saving instrument in our plan for creating generational wealth. On our channel, we say generational wealth for us equals the acquiring of digital assets plus sound saving instruments like the Celsius Network, like a cash value whole life insurance policy that pays you interest and pays you dividends rather every single month, multiplied by a cash flow business, multiplied by a cash flow business. So the Celsius Network, that Cell token, I think is genius. I think it's going to do absolutely outstanding. And it's a platform that pays you on your money, right? The 1% of the 1%, they get yield on their money. The 1% of the 1%, they use their assets, and if they need money, they borrow against their assets at, guess what? At 1% or less. The Celsius platform allows you to do that same thing. That same thing, 1% or less. In the UK, I believe they got a 0% loan program going on right now in the UK. So again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me about it. I'll put my business email there if you have any questions, right? Any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out. If you want to learn more about our weight management and lifestyle program, reach out, CryptoSiege@protonmail.com as well. Listen, guys, I'm going to hop off here. Thank you so much for checking in this morning. Hodl strong. Interesting, because generally the market on a Saturday is, right? And maybe it's more so Sunday, but generally the weekends, the market doesn't do as well. So it's interesting to see that it is some green. Hodl strong. Shout out to the Polygon holders. Shout out to the ANKR holders. Shout out to the VeChain holders. Your coins are doing well right now. Doing really, really well. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for hanging out. Never, ever forget this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye. Hey, guys, listen, don't forget to smash that like on the way out if you haven't done so on the way in. Hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and we'll see you guys later on today. See you guys.